In the last video, I showed you how 4 men built a system designed to keep you in debt forever. Now, I'm going to show you how to get out, because the trap only works if you don't know it's there. Let me be brutally honest with you. If you're carrying credit card debt, a car loan you can barely afford, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're exactly where the system wants you. You're profitable. The average British household owes £65,000 when you include mortgages. Without mortgages, it's still £10,000 in consumer debt. And here's the thing that nobody tells you. The system needs you to stay in debt. Banks don't make money from people who pay off their balances. They make money from people who make minimum payments forever. That's why your credit card company keeps increasing your limit. Not because you're doing well, because they want you to owe more. There are 3 rules that will break you free from this system. The banks won't teach you these, your school never mentioned them, but these are non-negotiable if you want financial freedom. Rule 1. Treat debt like a house fire. You wouldn't casually deal with a house fire. You wouldn't say, "I'll get to it next month." Debt is the same, except the flames are invisible and they're eating your future. Every pound you owe costs you more than £1 to repay. At 20% APR, which is common for credit cards, £1,000 of debt costs you £200 per year just in interest. That's £200 that could have gone toward building wealth, completely burned. The action: list every debt you have. Write down the interest rate. Calculate how much you're paying in interest every single month. When you see that number, you'll understand why this is an emergency. Rule 2. The avalanche method, not the snowball. You've probably heard of the snowball method. Pay off smallest debts first for psychological wins. Forget it. That's for people who need to feel good. You need to get rich. Use the avalanche method. Pay off your highest interest debt first, regardless of balance. Why? Because mathematics doesn't care about your feelings. Example: credit card A, £2,000 at 22% APR equals £440 per year in interest. Credit card B, £5,000 at 15% APR equals £750 per year in interest. Car loan, £10,000 at 8% APR equals £800 per year in interest. Most people would pay off card A first because it's smallest. Wrong. Card B and the car loan are costing you more. Attack the highest percentage rate first. Always. Rule 3. Stop buying debt disguised as assets. This is where most people lose the game before they even start. They buy things that trap them in debt while thinking they're getting ahead. A new car is not an asset. It loses 20 to 30% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. If you financed it, you're paying interest on something that's actively losing value. That's financial suicide. The latest phone is not an asset. Neither is designer clothing, a fancy holiday on credit, or furniture on a payment plan. Real assets put money in your pocket. Fake assets take money out of your pocket while making you feel successful. The system is built to sell you fake assets on credit. Here's your step-by-step escape plan. This isn't theory, this is the battle plan. Step 1. Emergency budget, week 1. Cut your expenses to the bone for the next 90 days. This is temporary pain for permanent freedom. Cancel subscriptions you don't use daily. Meal prep instead of eating out. Walk instead of Uber. No new clothes, no new anything. Every pound you free up goes to debt. Not savings yet, debt. Because paying off 20% interest debt is a 20% guaranteed return. You won't find that in any investment. Step 2. The debt stack. Week 2. List all debts by interest rate, highest to lowest. Number 1. High interest credit cards, 18-25%. Number 2. Store cards and personal loans, 12 to 18%. Number 3. Car loans, 6 to 10%. Number 4, student loans, varies. Number 5, mortgage, usually the lowest. Pay minimums on everything except number one. Every extra penny goes to the top of the list. When that's cleared, attack number two with the money you were paying to number one, plus any extra. This is called the avalanche, and it gains momentum fast. Step 3, the income surge. Weeks 3 to 12. You need more money coming in. Not forever, just while you're in crisis mode. Options: overtime at your current job, freelancing on Upwork or Fiverr, writing, design work, admin work, sell stuff you don't need, furniture, electronics, clothes, part-time evening or weekend work. But I'm already tired. I know, but you're in a house fire, remember? You don't get to be comfortable while your future burns. One person I know made £3,000 in 3 months selling old furniture and doing freelance writing on weekends. That £3,000 paid off her highest interest credit card completely. That card was costing her £600 per year in interest. She bought her freedom. Step 4, the no debt vow. Day 1 and forever. No new debt, period. Not for emergencies. Build an emergency fund. Not for opportunities. Not for anything. If you can't afford it without credit, you can't afford it. This is the hardest rule because it means saying no to holidays, to a newer car, to keeping up with everyone around you who's drowning in debt while smiling for Instagram. But here's the secret. Most people who look rich are actually broke. They're trapped in the same system you're escaping from. Here's what happens when you break free. First, you breathe differently. There's no stress about the mail arriving or unexpected bills. You sleep better. This is real wealth. Second, your money multiplies. Remember that £200 a month you were paying in credit card interest? Now that's £200 a month going into investments, an ISA, or building a business. Over 20 years at 7% returns, that's £104,000. You just bought your retirement. Third, you become untrappable. When the next financial crisis hits, and it will, you won't be desperate. You won't take predatory loans. You won't lose your home. You'll be stable while others panic. This is what financial independence actually means. Not flashy wealth, just unshakable peace. The 2-account system. Once you're debt-free, use this system to never fall back in. Account 1, the spending account. This is where your paycheck lands. Pay all bills and daily expenses from here. Whatever's left at month end, sweep it to account 2. Account 2, the freedom account. This never touches a debit card. Split it. 50% emergency fund, aim for 6 months' expenses. 50% investments. You don't see this money, so you don't spend it. This system makes saving automatic and spending intentional. Remember those 4 men from the last video? They built this system because they understood something most people never learn. Debt is control. When you owe money, you can't take risks. You can't quit a job you hate. You can't start a business. You can't say no. You're tethered to safety and predictability because you have payments to make. This is why the system pushes credit so hard. Not because they want you to have nice things, because they want you dependent. But here's what they didn't count on. Once you see the trap, you can dismantle it. 1 payment at a time, 1 decision at a time, 1 day at a time. You're at a fork in the road right now. Path 1, keep doing what you're doing. Keep making minimum payments. Keep believing that someday it will get better. Stay trapped for decades while paying interest that could have built your retirement. Path 2, declare war on debt today. Cut the excess. Stack your payments. Suffer for 12 to 24 months. Then live free for the rest of your life. Most people will choose path 1 because it's comfortable. It's what everyone else is doing. There's no judgment there. But you're watching this video, which means you're not most people. You see the trap, and that changes everything. The greatest revenge against a system built to trap you is to escape it completely. Start today. List your debts. Make the plan. Take the first step, because financial freedom isn't about getting rich, it's about getting free. And that's available to anyone willing to fight for it. If this video helps you break free, let me know in the comments. And if you know someone who's trapped, send them this. We're all getting out together. See you in the next one.